Live on Facebook. We are live. Q, as always, can you check your phone just to make sure we are streaming live?
Absolutely, brother. We are live. We are live in living color.
What is up, Facebook people? It's gonna be a hot show tonight. We got some ladies on here tonight, y'all.
Absolutely.
All right, we're gonna bring them to y'all in just a minute. But if y'all know them faces right there, them beautiful faces, get out of like and love to them beautiful ladies right there. They definitely helped the show look good tonight.
Hey, you know what we should have had for our theme music tonight? We should have had Kool and the Gang, It's Ladies Night. That's what we should have had as our theme music tonight.
How about that? Kick off with the promo tonight, folks. All right. Here we are, the Night Brothers Intermittent Fasting Show. Who just joined in?
Melanie Hamilton. Hello to Joanne Jenkins. Hello to Cheryl Brooks. Hi. How you doing, everybody? Shelley Brown Taylor. Hello to you as well. Welcome to Ladies Night with the Intermittent Fasting with the Night Brothers show. And tonight is Ladies Night. So,
yes, it's Ladies Night. And the feelings, right? These ladies got it too. These ladies got it. How y'all doing out there? Thank you for joining the show, the Night Brothers Intermittent Fasting Show, every Tuesday night, either on my page or either on my brother Quavy's page. And it's okay to like and love. We got a hot one tonight. But first of all, I got to introduce my brother. What's up, Q?
Hey, what's going on, little brother? How you doing, man? Good to see you, as always.
Oh, man. You know,
loving life, living life, enjoying life, brother.
The ladies joining in online, too, Q. We got Melanie Hamilton.
Ladies jumping in. I like that.
Rollins out there jumping in.
I like that. Carla Orange Clock, how you doing tonight?
All the ladies representing. Where the fellas at tonight? Where the fellas? Yeah, well, we got our show host, Quavy, tonight. Y'all know him as Q or E. And he's up to 91 pounds lost doing intermittent fasting in 1 year's time. Outstanding job. Gotta give it up to you, Q.
Great. Feeling great, brother. Feeling great.
You still doing a 20-hour fast in a 4-hour feeding window?
Yeah, sometimes I alternate. Sometimes I'll do an 18 and 6, but mostly it's 20 and 4. 20 and 4. Okay. 20 hours fasting, 4-hour eating window. But I have some flexibility with that.
Cool. And you still exercising 4 to 5 times a week? I see you walking a lot.
Yeah, maybe not quite as much as that, but like if fasting covers me, maybe I'll get out there 2 to 3 times a week right now because of my work schedule has increased. So it kind of lessens my exercise time. But like I said, the fasting always covers me.
I hear that, brother.
Keith Queen, how you doing, my brother? Good to see you as well.
Absolutely. Kudos, Carl said kudos.
My little brother Lenny Knight, the Redskin fan. Boo, but that's okay though. Lenny, man, Lenny, I always say this every week, but it's so true. Lenny likes to help people. He just really enjoys helping people. Lenny is an avid exercise person. He's lost 45 pounds in the last year alone through intermittent fasting. His favorite protocol is a 20-hour fast with the 4-hour feeding window. He exercises 4 or 5 times a week. He gets out there and runs. His diet is 70% vegetarian, 30% pescatarian. Lenny will indulge in his wine and beer from time to time, but he's on no prescribed medications. And doesn't he look healthy, guys? He looks very healthy, doesn't he? That's what fasting will do for you.
We try, my brother. We try. So spread the word. We are the Night Brothers. Show. 8 p.m. Tuesdays. So join us weekly and spread the word. We're trying to grow the program and really trying to help people. Like my brother said, that's what it's all about.
That's the goal. That's the goal and objective.
And Q.
Yes, sir.
The community is growing.
Oh, absolutely, man.
And our starting lineup for the ladies features none other than our superstar.
Hey, how you doing? Joanne Jenkins, Ashley Knight, Ooh, Kimberly Queen, my girl.
Kimberly tearing it up too.
Yes, sir. Deborah Wilkerson Wilson.
Yes.
How you doing, honey? Tori Walton.
She is tearing it up too. Debbie and Tori.
Wanda Burton Powell.
Wanda, check in with us. I want to know how you're doing since you started a few weeks ago.
Ferris Lane, one of my old friends, dear friends. And also, we don't want to forget the newcomer, this Gladys, your co-worker.
Yep, she's doing great too with us so far.
Yes.
The weekend.
Yep. Don't want to forget the fellas though, Lenny. You want to talk about the fellas?
Oh, can't forget the fellas. My main man right here, Keith Booty Covered.
What's up? What's up, Booty?
Virginia Tech's finest. Got my brother Sean Stray. Y'all can give us some likes and love if y'all out there. It's okay to do so.
Give some folks some likes and love.
My handsome son right here, Lenny D. Knight, doing the intermittent fast and doing a great job.
What's going on, nephew? And my other nephews.
Lenny Rice was our guest last week, and Carlos Rice, both our nephews.
Our cousin from the ATL, LaCane Herndon. Owen Smith, our good friend and buddy and colleague.
And one of our guests a few weeks ago. Yeah. Q, guess what? We got a newbie this week. We got a brand new person.
All right. I'm excited about new people.
And guess what?
Introduce our new person.
Guess what, Q? It's a lady too, since it's ladies' night. How about that?
All right. Oh, Cheryl Brooks. Yay!
Welcome, Cheryl.
Welcome, Cheryl.
Y'all out there, give Cheryl some likes and love.
Give us some likes and loves, y'all. Give us some likes and love. She deserves that.
Absolutely. Congratulations, Cheryl, for joining us and joining in this intermittent fast. And so the big question is, do you want to be next? Who wants to join next the fasting crew, the Night Brothers fasting crew? If that's you,
raise your hand if you want to join.
Preacher said, slip your hand up. If that's you, slip your hand up. We ain't gonna tell nobody. Absolutely. Congratulations, Cheryl. Raise your hand if you want to join. Just type your name in the chat group. If that's you, just type your name in. Tim Wilson, thanks for joining us tonight, brother. Kevin Barnes, thanks for joining on Night Brothers Intermittent Fasting Show, where we talk about being healthy. Good to see you,
brother. Good to see you. I'm gonna ask one of our guests to please turn your volume down on your phone a little bit so we don't get your feed through. But please like and share and subscribe. Like we've been talking about our YouTube channel. And guys, we finally made some headway with that. We're gonna have that YouTube channel up and running. Next week, we should have it up and running. But please like and share the message now if you could, please. Give us some love as we try to move forward with this program.
Shelley Brown Taylor, thanks for joining tonight. And before we get too far into this, we have to put this disclaimer out just for legal rights and just to make sure people understand we are not medical doctors. We are not physicians. And this show is not providing medical advice for any ailments or medical conditions. Also, if you have a medical condition, we strongly suggest that you seek the advice of your professional healthcare provider prior to attempting any of this information that we show on this broadcast. So with that being said, let's move forward to,
yes, sir.
What is our socially speaking subject of the week?
Yeah, we always like to talk about things that are going on in the world. We can't just ignore that. And so one of the questions we asking you guys out here, what do you miss most with social distancing going on? What is one thing that you miss the most? Or several things. And we listed one, church services, just being in fellowship with one another, actual being in a church. Cruising. Now, I know quite a few people on here have missed cruises. I have missed a cruise. Lenny, you've missed a cruise. Cheryl Brooks, you've missed a cruise. Deborah, you've missed a cruise, and I'm sure some others. Live sporting events, live concerts, just travel in general. These are some of the things that we've missed during social distance. Name the thing that you've missed the most, the one thing, and you can type it down below if you'd like.
Yeah, I know, Q, I definitely missed my cruise. I was so looking forward to that too. I was supposed to cruise this year. I was flying to California. I was going to cruise out of Long Beach and go down to the Mexican Riviera. But they pushed it back to next year. I just hope at this point that I can go next year because don't know.
Deborah, you missed a cruise as well. Deborah, didn't you miss a cruise? Where was your cruise supposed to go to?
My cruise was supposed to go to the Caribbean.
Oh, wow. Okay.
For 7 days for the Caribbean.
And I know a lot of people like the church service, they're missing out on the church services, but but we hopeful. Hey, Kim Knight. What's up, Kim?
Carla Clark says she misses being with her family. And Carla, you are so on point with that. we have a 96-year-old mother that we can't even really spend the kind of time we'd like to with her because of everything that's going on. And you're right, you're so right about that. I couldn't agree with you more. Joe Cobb said he misses the gym, and Reno in the Pocket Brown says he misses family gatherings as well. So I guess we all miss some things.
Yep. Hey, we found this app out there for those that intermittent fast, and it kind of helps me with keeping track of how many hours a day I'm fasting and how many I gotta go. And it's a good tracking tool. You can get it on. It's called Zero Fasting. Fasting Made Simple. You can get it on the Apple Store or Google Play. And Debbie, didn't you say you discovered something on your phone?
Yes, I discovered Samsung Health, where it keeps track of my intake, food intake, drinks intake, and exercising.
Wow.
And it sets a goal for me for a daily goal that I've been trying to reach.
Man, that is an awesome tip there.
Yep. So Deborah Wilkerson said, yeah, Samsung. If you have Samsung, look on there for your apps, and it's called what? Samsung
Health.
Samsung Health. Awesome,
yes.
Awesome. So we got the 3 segments for tonight, Q. Segment number 1.
Yes.
It's our guest right here, our special guest that we got coming up tonight, Cheryl Hunt.
All right, Cheryl.
Yay.
Looking good, girl.
Looking good.
Y'all hit a like and a love for Cheryl. Cheryl, how you feeling?
Give Cheryl some love, y'all.
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great, man. Feeling really good. Feeling really good.
And our other special guest is Deborah Wilkerson Wilson.
Come on, let's give us some love, y'all. Give us some love.
Give us some likes, give us some loves. No doubt. So we're going to interview them in a little bit. The number 2 thing that we're going to talk about tonight, since it is in that season, Q, is how do you handle vacations?
That's a good question.
Still intermittent fast. Now, I mean,
that's an awesome question, and we're going to delve into that a little bit later, because that's a question that people are going to have to deal with, and we want to realize that you can work this. We're going to work around that, and how we're going to show you how to do so.
And a lot of people might be worried about, will they gain too much weight?
Mm-hmm.
What do I do that week? Do I just stop fasting altogether that week? I mean, what strategies can I put to help me when I'm intermittent fasting when I go on vacation? Because it is something, you do work very hard to get to this point. You don't want to just go ham on a vacation and just blow it all. So
yes.
We're going to talk about that a little bit tonight. And the 3rd subject that we're going to talk about tonight is, drum roll please, the other benefits of intermittent fasting.
Wow, that's another good segment right there, because so much time and so much effort is put into talking about the benefit of weight loss. But I'm gonna tell you guys, there are so many other benefits to intermittent fasting that we haven't touched on much. So tonight we're gonna start with the basics though. We always like to start with the basics because we always have new people joining us for the first time, and we want them understanding just what intermittent fasting is. And it consists of a fasting window and a feeding window. In other words, it's time restricted eating, okay? There's a time in which we don't eat and a time in which we do. Our normal start time for someone who's brand new, we introduce them with a 16-hour fasting window followed by an 8-hour eating window. There's also the 18-hour fasting window with a 6-hour eating window, the 20-hour fasting window with the 4-hour eating window, or something called OMAD, when you just eat 1 meal a day. And we always recommend people starting off with a 16 and 8, if that's you're brand new to this, because we want this to be something that's sustainable, something you can do for the rest of your life. And remember, guys, this is a lifestyle and not a diet.
I'd like to say hi to Janice Lloyd that jumped in that's watching tonight. What's up,
Hey, Janice, how are you?
And let's jump into tonight's first segment, which is our guest, and our very first guest, Miss Cheryl Hunt. Give us some likes. Give us some love.
Hey,
Cheryl, how you doing? Good to have you. Cheryl, Cheryl, before we get started, I got to say you are looking fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you, Q. Thank you.
This is really working for you. Cheryl is a native of Annapolis, Maryland. She's a graduate of Strayer University. She was a talented athlete at Annapolis High School. Cheryl played basketball and other sports at Annapolis High. She's a food and beverage manager at BWI, and she's a very talented cook as well, guys. I want you to know that.
Yeah.
Cheryl could go, man, back in the day in basketball, man. She could take some fellas out there and take
them. Oh, yeah. Cheryl, man, don't get it twisted.
Stop that.
She can do it. But Cheryl, let me let you handle Cheryl, and I'll handle Deb.
Okay, good enough. We're gonna ask just for the viewers out there. We're gonna ask Cheryl these 7 questions, and we're gonna dive into them now. So I'm going to stop sharing this screen so y'all can see Cheryl.
Hello, hello.
And Cheryl can tell y'all about herself, and as we ask these questions, what's up, girl?
Not much, man. Just hanging in there and doing what I gotta do.
We go way back with Cheryl.
We go way back, Lenny. Way back.
Heights, Newtown 19, right?
Oh wow.
So Cheryl, look, it is about intermittent fasting. Let's talk about the subject. Have you tried other diets before?
I've never ever tried any other diets. Never.
Wow,
no.
Amazing.
Never.
Wow. That's real interesting.
Never felt the need to, really.
Okay.
I mean, and I say that to you, not saying that I've always eaten healthy, but I could never, I tell you what, I compare diets to me like doing line dances. I hate line dances, so I don't even do them. I hate it. I totally hate dance. I hate doing the same dance that 100 people are doing. I can't.
Don't like doing electric slide and all of that?
Hey, I don't like that stuff. I don't like So, I've never tried any diet. And when back in January, when I was listening to Quavy one particular night, and what he was saying really interested me, especially when he brought up the subject of diabetes, because I'm going to say I was a type 2 diabetic because I'm no longer a diabetic.
I gotta give you a lot of love for that, girl.
And my goal was to reverse my diabetes. And by the time I went for my yearly checkup in March, I had lost, from December to March, I had lost 16 pounds, which was great, because I started in January.
Okay.
So I'm going to top that off by saying I take no more medicine at all, nothing, no metformin, no.
That is amazing.
And right now, I'm at a total loss of 32 pounds.
Wow, give it up for y'all. Hold on.
I've got to give.
Y'all gotta hit a like and a love for this girl. That's what I'm talking about. Come on, Cheryl, with your bad self.
Yeah. So I'm feeling good, and I always say, healthy body is a healthy mind, you know. So I really think a lot clearer now and everything. It's amazing. I tell you, it's amazing. It's amazing. And my another thing I say for me myself, I found it so easy. After 2 weeks, I had a little stomach cramping, because being a diabetic, you always thought you had to eat something to get you going. Once you take the medicine.
Yes.
I completely stopped. My little stomach pain here and there. And I'm telling y'all, after a month, it was like riding a bicycle. I'm telling you. It was easy.
I love it.
And I don't say that to brag or boast, but I found it amazing how easy it was myself, because I've always exercised. I walk 3 miles a day, every day, as long as it's not raining, because I don't want to get my hair messed up. But anyway. But other than that, I've always exercised. Now I've actually also added a little more, because I'm doing some in-house stuff, squats and few sit-ups and blah, blah, blah. But, it's amazing, guys. I tell you, I really appreciate both of you and all of the people that you've been speaking to. I really appreciate it, because it's been a wonderful journey for me. Wonderful journey.
Great. That is awesome.
Wonderful journey.
So, Cheryl, one more question I have for you.
Go ahead, baby.
First of all, I got to tell you, I love your morning quotes. Every time I get up in the morning.
Thank you.
Yes.
I don't know where you get them quotes from, but they always they like spot on. I be like, there she goes.
Straight from the brain.
I love them. It's inspiring when I first get up in the morning.
Thank you.
So, now for the beginning person though, what would you, just from your own perspective, what would you recommend for a beginner that's trying to?
Well, the number one thing I would recommend, you have to be patient and don't get discouraged, because it may not seem as though it's doing the effect that you wanted to, but be patient. And I personally started with the 18-6, and now I'm at the 24, and that works for me. I mean, sometimes I feel like I can go and don't eat anything, but I would never do that. I'm not gonna do that. But I would really say my main thing, be patient with yourself. You have to allow your body to adapt. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
And once your body adapts, it's just like, but your mindset has got to stay there too. Stay focused and stay patient. That will be the main two things I would say. Please stay focused, because you can't, you gotta be on the right mindset, because the distractions in life. Food is a big distraction itself. If you let it, it's not to me. I'm around food all day. I'm an executive chef. Quaven, I want to quote you on I'm actually an executive chef now at a treatment center for firefighters in Prince George's County. I'm around food every day, but I don't.
Wow.
So, and it's just, I know the wonders of food, but it's all about the mind, be patient and don't get discouraged. That's what I would definitely say.
Great advice, Cheryl. Great advice.
Yes.
Lenny, before we go any further, I just want to recognize Charlisa, folks, who's on. Hi, how you doing, Charlisa? I want to recognize Dua on as well. Dua White is on as well, and Reno Brown and many others who've joined us tonight. Just want to say hello to all you guys who just joined.
All right. Yeah.
But great advice, Cheryl. Great advice.
Thank you, guys.
Come on, let's give it up for Cheryl again. You guys give Cheryl some likes and love. She deserves.
Absolutely.
Okay. Let's introduce our second guest tonight, if you would. Our second guest is Deborah Wilkerson Wilson. Debbie, how you doing? Good to have you on board. Debbie is a native of Annapolis. She's married to Craig Wilson. She studied at Anne Arundel Community College. She's owner of a transportation company. Her spouse is a former Major League Baseball star. He played for the Kansas City Royals and St. Louis Cardinals, I believe. Deborah is a survivor of a major illness, guys. And I tell you, her story is just incredible, absolutely incredible. Debbie, how you? First of all, good night, good evening. Welcome to the show. How you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm so glad to have you on tonight. Your story is so inspiring, and we've been wanting to have you on for a while, and just to talk to you about your story altogether. Now, have you done other diets before, Debbie? Have you tried other diets before?
Actually, I haven't tried another diet recently, because when I got sick, I lost weight, and as I started to recover, I gained it back. So it was, and then during the pandemic, I just ate so much more that I felt kind of heavy. So I've been watching your program and watching your transformation, and I'm like, I can try that. And it was just something easy to do. I mean, in the beginning, yes.
That's awesome. So that kind of answers my second question. That's kind of what got you into fasting, by watching what I was doing. That kind of spurred you into taking a serious look at fasting?
Yes, and the fact that I wasn't able to, because I have lung cancer, I'm not able to do a lot of physical activity.
Yes.
Like I can walk certain distances, and but I need to be motivated, move around. So now after watching you, I noticed that once I started the fasting, I got more energy. Once I got more energy, I started doing different things. 3 days I'll fast, 2 days I might juice, and 1 day I just might not do anything.
Oh, awesome.
That's awesome.
So
Deborah, what would you say are some of your goals right now, your fasting goals for the immediate future?
Some of my fasting goals is to get off my pain medication.
Yes.
To walk without getting shortness of breath and beat this cancer.
Right.
Awesome. Like I said, it's so inspiring. Yes, and what method of fasting do you use? What protocol do you use? Do you use the 16 and 8, or what method do you use at most?
Actually I do 18 and 4.
Okay, 18 and 6. Okay, all right, great.
And because my fasting seems to work better for me late evening, overnight, because that's when I find myself snacking the most.
Yes.
And watching TV and nothing but food commercials.
Excellent. You're right. I can identify with that.
It's nothing but food commercials. Yeah. So now I find I've got more mental clarity. I'm not watching TV.
Wow.
I'm more sharper now, and I can do a lot. I stay busy.
That's just awesome. So do you do any exercise at all? Do you find yourself doing any exercise? Are you able to do any exercise at this point? Or what are you doing? What do you do?
I walk. I have a jump rope.
Oh yeah, awesome, awesome.
I have a before and after video. I might post that at a later date. I couldn't, but I just bought an exercise board that I'm gonna try to maneuver. But walking is just, and sitting on the side of the bed, doing leg lifts, arm curls, whatever.
Man, you go, man, you go.
Come on, y'all gotta give it up for Debbie. Give her some likes and love, y'all. Give her some likes and love. Yes, yes, awesome.
I love your spirit, man. I love your spirit.
And, okay, and Debbie, last question for you. What advice would you give for the new person, somebody who's just looking at this for the first time, or somebody who's interested in intermittent fasting? What advice would you give to them? Yes?
My body was trying to tell me what to do and was like, come on, go get that piece of cake. You're going to eat right now. Stay focused. Don't pay attention to your body. Your body will follow your mind.
Yeah.
Stay focused and just continue on, because the first week or so, it was real rough for me. I can't do this. My body was craving food, but now, like, it's been 3 weeks, it's not a problem at all. Once you get past the first week.
That is, folks, come on, let's give it up. Let's give Deborah some likes and loves one more time.
Yeah.
Come on, thank you. Thank you for
Great
sharing
job,
your story.
Deb.
Yeah, I want to welcome Chevay Lawson, Gail Brown, Patricia Parker, Jay Jacobs. Want to welcome all you guys to the show, and we're just so glad that you guys are really taking a look at what we have going on here. This is a wonderful community that we're developing, and we're going to move on to segment 2. And segment 2 is an important one because we are moving into the summer and holiday season. So the question is, how do you handle vacations, and how should I eat during vacations if I'm someone who intermittent fasts? How do I handle it? There are going to be holidays, 4th of July and cookouts and things of that nature. How do you handle it? Well, first of all, we're going to have a little video we're going to share with you, okay?
If you're on vacation and you want to go ahead, what do you do? Well, there's a few things you can do. You can hybrid. I recommend that you do a hybrid. You fast if you can, and you don't fast if you don't have to. But keep in mind that if you are someone who has problems doing intermittent fasting to begin with, I recommend you try your best with everything in your power not to have to break your fast or your routine, because if you do, it might spell disaster for you getting back into intermittent fasting. But I understand going on vacation, going somewhere or seeing friends and family, and when you do those things, they tend to want to take you out to eat and take you over here and spend nights out and whatever. So when you do that, you're probably not going to be able to do intermittent fasting effectively. Am I going to do intermittent fasting on this trip? Well, I'm going to do a hybrid. So when I'm with my friends, if we're doing some stuff, I'm not going to fast. But understanding that when the trip is over, playtime is over. You come back and you're going to go right back into intermittent fasting. That's what I would recommend. But it is a personal choice. This is somewhat of a personal choice, understanding your own body, however. You got to know if you're able to fast easily or if it's very hard for you. For me, it comes easy, so I can break it and come back on it. It's easy for me. But for a lot of people, the struggle to get into that rhythm was just that, a struggle. And getting back off of that rhythm and, to jump back into it later on, it might not be so easy. All right, so now I'm with the gut.
So first of all, I want to give props to Edward V is this guy's name. He has a YouTube channel. You can find him on YouTube. It's called Fledged Fitness. It's one of the guys that my brother and I watched a lot when we were getting into intermittent fasting, and I want to give him all his credits and rights for his channel and borrowing one of his videos just to share with you guys because he gives great advice. So we're going to talk about a little bit of what he just talked about as far as.
Yeah, let's break that down, brother. Let's talk about it.
So vacation season. Let's talk about option 1. Okay, so these are merely suggestions. Like he said, this is a personal decision. You have to figure this thing out for yourself as you're going on vacation, or you're going somewhere that could challenge you for more than a few days' time. So option 1 is keep the same schedule. Do your regular 16-8 intermittent fast and 20 hours, 4 hours fasting. I think that's highly unlikely on vacation. I'm just keeping it real. It's probably not gonna happen. Not for me, it's not gonna happen. So I would say, Bob, I would say I'm trying not, and that's just me. I'm just keeping it real.
Keep it real, little brother.
Option number 2, stop fasting 100% on vacation and go ahead and go ham. You know, go to Geisberg on the cruise ship. You know what I mean? Just big, do your thing. Do your thing. You know what I'm saying? But here's what you got to deal with. You might start feeling guilty. You might have that fear of gaining too much weight back while you're out on vacation. So I'm going to say, so let's think in option number 3. Okay, option number 3 is, this is what he kind of talked about. And this is kind of like a hybrid type fasting. So, you know, kind of a mixed approach to, you know, trying to find a balance. So I'm going to give that a check mark. And, you know, that's what I would probably go with too. But I know what you're asking yourself. Okay, well, what the hell does that look like? You know what I mean? What does that mean? You know what I mean? What does a hybrid approach look like? So let's kick some suggestions out, Cheryl and Debbie and Q. Maybe you could try a modified protocol. Maybe do just a 12-hour, not a 16-hour.
Right.
That could be like, you know, like Debbie said, eating a little later into the evening, but maybe you skip breakfast, Cheryl.
Yeah, I mean, it could be as simple as let's say you're on a cruise ship and you know there's food around the clock. Maybe you just cut off at 10 o'clock at night and just go 10 hours, 12 hours without food, not eat anything till 10 o'clock the next morning. That would kind of be a hybrid approach.
Right.
Skip breakfast, eat a late lunch, or eat an early lunch.
I probably would try to maintain the same thing.
Yes, same, me too. Because I'm hardcore. So I know me.
I would not fall off keel at all.
Yeah.
That's my girl.
Yeah, right. And I'm the same way, Cheryl, to be honest with you. Because it's just ingrained in me at this point. It's ingrained in me.
I'd be like Patti LaBelle. I'd be taking my own pots and pans and my fruit and whatever. I can't. No.
All right, Lenny, jump into some other solutions here, Lenny. Talk about some of these other solutions.
I meant to put keto. I put keto up there. You could try some keto methods. So maybe you eat more proteins and more fats, and you kind of do the low to no carb thing.
No carbs. Right. I definitely like that.
Breakfast with no potatoes, breakfast with no bread, that type of thing.
Right.
Add some more protein, some salmon and avocado or something like that. So that's an option. So the thing with keto is you can get to eat throughout the day, so you're not worrying about time restricted at that point. So
right.
Yes.
It still would help you, you know, at least maintain till you can get back to your regular intermittent fasting after the vacation.
But Lenny, what's the main point of all of this after hybrid fasting?
A couple more ideas real fast. Q.
Okay.
You could try alternate day fast, but you like eat on the regular all days, and then don't eat on the do your intermittent fast on other days. That'll at least give you some type of semblance of enjoying while you still watching your diet. And then trade off the cheat days. Like, for example, you could some days eat more carbs, but no alcohol, like if you're on a cruise, or vice versa. You know what I mean? So you're not just, just doing everything to kind of ruin your situation. And as cruises, you can pick up 10 pounds easy, really.
No question.
So, but here's the considerations. I would say the upside is this. And this is a beautiful thing. This is a beautiful thing about intermittent fasting. If you've been doing it long enough, your body will get used to intermittent fasting. So, Debbie, you can tell me if I'm right or wrong. Cheryl, tell me.
Mm-hmm.
Your stomach gets fuller faster.
Yes. Much faster.
My stomach now is I can tell when I'm full and I don't want anything else. So I cut it off. So yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Q, we just had Keith Colbert jump on. What's up?
Hey, Keith, how you doing, brother? That's my main man, my little brother. How you doing, Keith?
My good brother, Mr. Clifton Coates. Thanks for joining us tonight, Cliff. We still
What's
at
going on, Clifton?
Another consideration you could do is this. Look, this diet gives you some flexibility, so you can still enjoy your vacation and don't wreck yourself from all your previous hard work. So, and bouncing back.
This is the key right here. This is the key.
Bouncing back into your pattern after the vacation ends. So usually when I'm on a cruise, the last day is always a sad day on the cruise because you know you're getting off the ship the next day, you know, or last day of any vacation. So just mentally prepare yourself for that switch.
Yes, exactly. That's the key. Going back to those fasting protocols. Now we're going to move over to segment 3, and this is another topic that's one that we really want to cover because we don't cover it. We don't feel like we don't cover it enough. The other benefits of intermittent fasting. Now, guys, we always talk about weight loss because that seems to be the most prevalent goal for most people with intermittent fasting. But guys, I want to tell you that intermittent fasting has so many other wonderful benefits that should not be tossed to the side because it improves your overall health. And we're going to dive into a little bit of this tonight. We have a short video. It's a very short video, which is going to speak on some of those benefits, and then we're going to come back and talk about them individually. So Lenny, if you can start the video.
Clifton Coach said on the last subject that it's really not about your stomach getting fuller fast, it's that your stomach is actually shrunk.
Wow.
Clifton, you're absolutely right.
Great point.
Yeah,
Great
His
point.
stomach gets shrunk, so you know,
definitely.
I would eat a whole sandwich. Since I've been fasting, I'm only one half now.
Yes,
Yeah.
awesome.
So I've got a couple of short videos that talks about
Welcome, guys.
the
In
benefits.
this video, I'm going to share with you the 7 incredible benefits of intermittent fasting. I do a water fast every single day for 16 to 18 hours, and I've seen some incredible results in both my mood and overall health and fitness. So I wanted to make this video to share with you what I think is the 7 most beneficial aspects of intermittent fasting. Starting with number 7, weight loss. When you stay in a fasted state, the body becomes incredibly efficient at using fat as the primary source of energy. So within a month of intermittent fasting, you'll see the fat just start to melt off your body.
So he talked about weight loss. Now look, that's the obvious one. Everybody knows that's what's probably attracted everybody intermittent fasting.
Yes.
But now we're going to really jump into some things that really kind of help your body because you know, we all want to lose weight, but no matter how much weight you lose, you want to be healthy, first of all. That's what this is all about.
Absolutely, brother.
It's all about being healthy. We want folks to live longer, be around for their families and loved ones.
Number 6, willpower. The vast majority of us, especially in a country as abundant as the United States, have no trouble finding food. You can't drive 50 feet down the street without seeing a McDonald's, Taco Bell, or KFC. When you begin to intermittent fast, you're constantly reinforcing your willpower that you're stronger than your cravings.
It's a big one right there, Q. Overcoming
that willpower, yes.
Yep. Next key one.
Number 5, enjoying large, satisfying meals. In my experience, when I was eating 3 meals a day and snacking in between meals, I really didn't enjoy the meals as much as I do now. Looking back, I'm sure I was just satisfying my sugar cravings. Now, when I break a fast after not having eaten anything for 8 to 10 hours after waking up, I can truly appreciate my meal and savor each bite.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that a little bit in a second.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's
Great points.
Number 4, intermittent fasting is really good for the brain. I can personally attest that when I'm in a fasted state, I have more energy and better focus on the task at hand. Research has shown that fasting increases neurogenesis and boosts production of BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Both of these things are involved in helping memory, learning, and improving mood. Number 3, reduction in insulin resistance. This one is personally important to me because before I started intermittent fasting over a year ago, I had a fasted blood glucose of over 100, making me pre-diabetic. And I was always feeling tired and constantly craving sugary food. Since starting intermittent fasting, my fasting blood glucose is down to a normal range.
Wow, that's a big one, Q.
That's a huge one. We're gonna dive into that though. We're gonna dive into it.
Can help pre-diabetics. That's a big one, especially in our community. So
Yeah.
coming down to the last Q.
Number 2, increasing human growth hormone. Human growth hormone is also known as the anti-aging hormone. It plays a key role in muscle preservation. Research has shown that fasting increases the production of human growth hormone by up to 2,000%. Personally, I lift weights every other day in a completely fasted state, and I continue to see improvement in my strength and muscle size.
Kenny,
Wow.
he said, Debbie, he said it reduces aging.
Yeah.
Wow.
I will say that y'all ladies are looking younger, Debbie and Cheryl. I will say that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, more, and also I'm totally in agreement with the mental clarity. It seems like everything is just crystal clear. Like you might have had a little,
Yeah.
but
Let's
once
get
you
to
Yeah.
that last benefit, Lenny, so then we can come back and we're going to talk about all of these things.
Okay.
yeah,
Number one, and possibly the most important aspect of intermittent fasting, is that it initiates autophagy. In 2016, Yoshinori Osumi was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in medicine for discovering the mechanics for autophagy. Autophagy is a built-in mechanism that your body uses to get rid of dead and diseased cells. This can be a powerful tool for cancer preservation and other
yes.
diseases by improving the immune system. And fasting is one of the most potent ways to activate autophagy in the body.
Wow.
This
Wow.
guy just said,
Wow, I didn't know that.
Guys, you may not realize just how important that last point is, but we're going to delve into that in a second.
so let's break down these 7 things, because these are 7. I mean, besides weight loss, which number 7, look, everybody want to look good. Vanity is good for your mind, body, soul, but it's not the only reason. So, willpower.
Yeah.
Yeah, anybody want to talk about how their willpower got better after a couple of days, after a week?
Yeah.
Debbie?
Yes, mine did, because like I said, first week it was a little tough. By week day 6 or 7, I was like, oh, I got this. I'm not gonna eat. So it gets better.
Awesome. Cheryl, you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, I've just founded some new willpower that I never knew I had in 57 years. So I mean, hey.
Wow. Okay, that's great.
That's what's up.
Number 5 is satisfying meals. Now, I'll jump in on this one. One of the things I find that through my fasting, when I finally have my meal, I always have a nice, satisfying meal, something that carries me through. And it's you look forward to it, and I try to eat fairly clean. I'll have my moments. I'll have some carbs every now and then, but I try to eat a nice, satisfying meal, and you find that you enjoy it. You really do. You really do. And all that snacking and stuff is just falling by the wayside now. I don't even think about that stuff anymore.
Yep, it's really better focus. Debbie, I'm gonna let you talk about that one. You just said something about that.
Yes, better focus. More clarity, because I've had some clouds in my head, worrying about so many different things. But once I started fasting, I was more clear on my thoughts and was able to put plans in action and follow through with them, which was a big help. And I know that it really increased after I started about 3 weeks ago, after I started fasting.
Right.
Great. That's great. That's a great point.
Yeah.
Great point.
Back to my screen. I lost my screen for a second. Let me get back to that.
But yeah, you guys are making some good points on this. And these are things that, like I said, there's so many other benefits to intermittent fasting. And sometimes we lose sight of those because the focus has been on weight loss so much for so many people when it comes to fasting. But let's talk about some other ones. Number 3, benefit number 3, Lenny, that we talked about.
We went over weight loss, we went over willpower, we went over satisfying meals, we went over better focus. Number 3 is reduced insulin resistance.
Yeah. A huge one, because I want you guys to understand what reducing insulin resistance leads to. This is so big because it helps with those who suffer from things like type 2 diabetes. And Cheryl touched on this a little bit earlier, but Cheryl, if you could jump in and touch on this as well about how you help get the insulin resistance under control and what it did for you.
Man, I tell you, we all came up like, eating sweet potato pie or just eating the mix to the sweet potato pie, whatever. I somewhere down the road, I was kind of destined for diabetes, and it's weird, if I could say really quick, because it's like this in my family structure. It's like my mom or my dad, neither one of them had it, but my mom's siblings, all of her siblings had it. My dad and his brother didn't have it, but my grandmother had it. So I'm like, I was the chosen one. I'm like, really? Are you kidding me? So, and finding out I had it in 2012, I said, well, I'm going to I hear on the radio, I listen to HOR every day, all day, whatever. I hear on the radio these two particular doctors saying that you can reverse your diabetes. So after talking with my cousin Curtis Gross, this was after I talked with you, Quavy, and doing this, he told me about one of my older cousin, Walter Hunt, who they reversed it for him because they completely changed his diet in a matter of months. And I'm living proof. I'm telling you, it's unbelievable. I'm telling you, man.
Guys, if you're listening to what she's saying,
if
you're listening to what she's saying,
I'm living proof,
our bodies have the ability to heal ourselves.
Yes.
And through intermittent fasting, you truly can help reverse the effects of type 2 diabetes. And I always send people to research by Dr. Jason Fung, who is a physician who treats people with type 2 diabetes through intermittent fasting. And he's having great success with that. And other physicians are coming on board. And that seems to be the wave of the future. So reducing insulin resistance is a major benefit of intermittent fasting.
I want to welcome a couple of people that just joined the show tonight. Michael Perez, what's up, Mike?
Hey, Mike, how you doing, brother? Good to hear from you, man.
One of the best songwriters I know, and also Jerry Meckel, one of the best bass players I know.
Hey, Jerry Meckel. I call him Mr. Thump because he got that magic thumb.
It's my classmate.
Increases human growth hormone, HGH. I don't know if you guys heard about HGH before.
This is another huge one right here, brother. Huge benefit.
This can
and I can talk about this. You know, it helps. You know, I'm going to say this. It can help people with your workouts and your muscle growth and things of that nature. I don't say this to brag or anything like that, but what intermittent fasting has done for me, it's visible of what it's done for me. Not only have I lost weight, but it has allowed my muscle makeup to just spring. I mean, it came out of nowhere. I mean, I look at myself in the mirror like, damn, where all these muscles come from? I'm laughing about it, but it's true. You know what I mean?
True.
I mean, the increase in the growth hormone just allowed this to just blossom at age 61 years old. You would think that wouldn't happen, but it has. It has.
Yes, it has.
That's another benefit from intermittent fasting, guys.
That's part of that reducing the aging process.
Yes, reduce the aging process. Exactly.
That goes with the increase.
A key comment from Clifton Coates. Clifton Coates is he works at UDC, and the brother is just a genius. He helped me out for years. And one of the comments that he made, I just got to read this, because especially for type 2 diabetes, when we're talking about reduced insulin resistance, he said, but folks, you need to understand that type 2 diabetes is controllable. We need to educate our people on what diabetes is. The failure of the pancreas to produce insulin becomes an overuse of carbs in the body. Starches that turn into sugars into the body. Cliff, are you available next week? We're gonna bring you on the show.
Yes, sir. We'd love to have you on, brother. Yes.
You are a wealth of knowledge, my friend. Wealth of knowledge, man. Taught me a whole lot. So absolutely. And the last thing, autophagy. Q, won't you tell them what autophagy is again for the folks?
Wow, autophagy, man. This is something I talked about from the very beginning.
Yes, you did.
Because I realized in addition to weight loss, autophagy was one of the key things with intermittent fasting. And autophagy, I like to break it down like this because people look at the word and say, well, what the hell does that mean? I'll use this analogy. Autophagy is like your body having a self-cleaning oven. Our bodies, what they do is they get rid of damaged and dirty cells and rebuild those damaged and dirty cells and replace them with functioning and clean stuff and resurfaces, redoes that and gives your body, it gets rid of things like inflammation. It can help with fighting off cancers, help with fighting off all kinds of ills for your body. So autophagy is one of the key things with intermittent fasting, guys.
Right.
We want to have that to take place within our bodies. It can help you to rebuild and restore your health, which is just automatically awesome. It is. Really.
Yeah.
And Len, you want to add to that a little bit before we move on?
No, I mean, I just agree with everything you said. And look, we coming down to the close of the show tonight, and I really want to, I think Debbie looked like she dropped off the stream, but I really want to thank our guests. Debbie,
thank you. Thank you for having me.
As well as Cheryl. I mean, just great.
Thank you.
Great to have some ladies on. Can y'all do me a favor out there, those that are still watching, can you hit the button for me, please, and give these ladies some likes, give them some love. They brought a lot of energy and brought something to the show that we never had before. So.
Yeah. You know, and I want to, before we leave, Keith made our point, which is one, I tried to make this, but I try not to be so upfront about it, but he said it helps your sex drive. And you know what? He's not lying. I'm going to tell you, the brother is not lying. Intermittent fasting can help with your libido. It really can help your sex drive as well. So there's no question about that. Good point, Keith Colbert.
So y'all give it up to the awesome ladies tonight. And
Hey.
we're going to open it up for questions like we always do. So if anybody, there are no muscles right there, Q. I see you, brother. We're going to open it up for questions. We thank y'all for watching. If anybody got any questions, now's the time. We'd be happy to answer them. If not, like we said, we thank the ladies for jumping on. We thank y'all for joining in.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
I'm so pleased to have you and Debbie on board.
Oh, yeah.
You guys brought a lot of value to the show tonight.
Oh,
with
yeah.
your answers and with your inside scoops on how you view fasting and just through your stories alone, which I found very inspiring. So
All right.
I appreciate it.
Clifton, we gotta do this. We gotta do ladies' night again.
Yeah, Clifton, if you can get with Lenny, we really would like to have you on the show next week, so we could talk about some of the topics that you brought up and raised. Because there's some interesting stuff that you're talking about right here.
He's going to be on next week, Q.
Okay, great. That would be awesome.
All right.
Dorothea Boston, we want to welcome you and some of the others who we might have missed. We'd always like to welcome people as they come on board. We thank you guys for supporting the show. We hope that you continue to give us likes and shares and spread the word about this show. This is not about my brother and myself, but it's about a community of us. Because as a people, and we say this, I say this as a people, but this goes for humanity as a whole. We need to improve our health. Everybody on this planet needs to improve their health. And intermittent fasting is one way that we can help to do that. So let's help continue to spread the word. Share this video. Put it on your timeline.
You know what? I'm actually amazed at our viewers and the audience and everything else. And I really got to give y'all a lot of love because this is really not a sexy topic.
No, it's not.
To be telling, to do a show on health and to get the support that we get. And I really got to give y'all some mad love out there for.
Give it up for yourselves. Give it up for yourself. Showing some likes and love.
And yourself and in the community. And I really got to give it up to the community that's out there. Thank y'all, my peoples. Until next week. We have next week, we're gonna have Clifton Coast on. So y'all
and we're probably gonna have a segment on exercise as well. We may have a guest on talking about just exercise in addition to Clifton. So we're looking forward to the show next week. Let's continue to grow this community, continue to love one another, look out for one another. And we'll see you guys next week. Until then, peace.
Thanks,
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.